Hi, so my name is Megan, well, Megan Goody, because that's the name of the channel and that is my name. Um, so I just want to give a little intro as to why I'm doing these videos, what kind of videos to be expected, and hopefully jump right into my first video. So my hopes with this channel is to do Ipsy glam bag reviews, Birchbox reviews, and of course, the biggest thing that I would like to do is share my journey of bariatric surgery. Um, it's not something that's always talked about, and I figured I would start by trying to share that. Look at that, I already got a photo bomber. um, so currently I am post-op by a week and a day, and I'm going to, of course, start at the beginning, which for me is October 2015. That's where my story starts, and that's the whole start of my journey. So these videos are going to be going over everything that I have done up to this point. I'm not planning to cram all of it into one video and be done. I'm hoping to share my experiences as I go, and hopefully I can enlighten some people about the surgeries, about the stereotypes with the surgeries, explain the different types of surgeries, and of course, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story is different, and I just want to share mine in hopes of helping somebody out there who's struggling to make the decision like I was. So, to start off this video, I'm going to back up to October 2015. I was hospitalized from a rapid heartbeat. It turned out I had atrial flutter, and that was a pretty scary incident. And during my 5 days in the hospital, which was my first time ever being hospitalized, I was told that I needed to lose weight, which was a given. It's like, I know I'm overweight. I know I need to lose weight, but it's hard. It really is. And, at the time, I had tried everything, slim fast diets. I've tried doing Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, Atkins, low carb, high fat, and low carb, high fiber. I've tried paleo, and that's just getting ahead of myself there. So, but, I'm thinking, okay, it's just another doctor telling me I'm fat. I know it. I already know it. Everybody knows it. Just look at me. I'm fat. Who cares, right? So, with that, he followed it up by telling me, if you don't lose this weight, you will be dead in your 30s. You will be dead within the next 5 to 7 years. And it's like, what? Like, everything just stopped, and like, I felt like my world came crashing down on me. I'm like, there's no way. There are plenty of heavy people out there who are worse than me and live way past what this doctor just quoted me. So, I'm thinking, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just talking out his ass. Oh, yeah, by the way, I swear a lot. Sorry. So, I just kind of fluffed it off. I ignored it, and I carried on, and then in that following November, I had a follow-up appointment at the cardiology center, and they're like, oh, well, it was a fluke. Your atrial flutter was a fluke. There's nothing wrong with you. It shouldn't happen again. Just lose the weight and it won't happen again. I'm like, okay, that seems reasonable. But then also in November, I moved from Alaska down to Arkansas. because my husband's military. So good old military sent us away from where it was nice and cold, and I love the weather. Arkansas kills me. Really? Really? Knock it off. Jealous dogs. It's my daily routine. Jealous dogs every day. Every day. So, continuing. So we moved down here. We ended up going on our on holiday and went to go see family. And we came home, and after we came home in January of 2016, I had an appointment with my doctor on the 8th, and okay, I didn't think anything of it. And she flat out told me, you need to lose weight, and I highly recommend you consider doing a bariatric surgery. And I'm thinking, you're talking out your ass. There's no fucking way I'm going to do this. I mean, who would want to? And that was my mindset. You know, why should I do this? And all these other things. And sorry, trying to hide some boob fat there. So, you know, I just thought she was being a bitch, you know, because I'm not skinny. But in the end, you know, of course, I wouldn't be doing this video if I hadn't actually done anything or learned anything. So, I told her I would consider it and I would go to a seminar to learn about the various surgeries. And that I thought, you know, I'll just do a lap band. So that way they can go in, they can put it on, and if I want to take it off, they can take it off. And that would be that. But I learned it was much more complicated than just that. And the seminar was in May of 2016, and the seminar covered various points about the surgeries, because I'm going in with the mindset of, you know, fuck this, fuck that, I don't need to do this, let's just get this over with and move on with my life. It wasn't anything so simple. I learned that the lap band surgery I wanted, I weighed too much, and that in order to do it, I have to first lose weight in order to get the procedure done. And I'm thinking, well, fuck, if I can lose weight on my own, then I don't need the surgeries. And of course, you know, I think I know better, which I don't. I never do. But, I mean, that's how we as people are. We have to learn from our mistakes. We think we know what's best, and we always don't. Not always. So, I ended up learning about the other two procedures. One is called the gastric sleeve, and that is where they cut off a small part of your stomach and make it a straight shot from your esophagus, stomach, into your intestines. So it's just going straight through you. And it's like, I don't know about that. And, you know, more people with that procedure have complications with what's known as dumping syndrome, which is where if you're not careful, within minutes after you eat or drink something, it's going to become right out your back door. So it's not pleasant, it's very uncomfortable, and it's also very painful. And I'm thinking, well, is that something I really want to do? And then the final option that you have is called the gastric bypass, also known as the Roux-en-Y. And the Roux-en-Y is basically they take your stomach, they cut a small pouch out of it, and they reroute your intestines to connect to it, and then they bypass the rest of your stomach, which creates all of your acid for digesting your food, all of the hunger hormones that tell you, hey, dumbass, you need to eat. And it just completely bypasses all of that. And that's why it's called the bypass, and it's the way it's all shaped is why it's called the Roux Y. So after thinking about it and learning more about these procedures, I understood that the Roux Y is best for people who are pre-diabetic or diabetic because it can help get rid of your diabetes. And I'm pre-diabetic. I wasn't very high on the chart at the time, but you know, I figured, well, before it happens, that's probably my best choice, so that way it doesn't happen. And I talked to my husband, and I talked to my mother, and they all thought I should give dieting and exercise one more try, just one more try. And so after that seminar, I started doing exercise and some dieting on my own. I cut out some various things like bread and fatty foods. I didn't eat as much junk food. And I went from being 380 pounds down to 350. That's a huge drop for me. I mean, I had never lost that much weight in my life. Especially, I did it over the summer. In like 2-3 months, I did that. I lost that much weight. And it felt great until one day in August, I went to do my morning exercises, and that day was doing my legs. And of course, I always started with my squats, and I squatted down, and there was this loud, sickening pop that came from my knee. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I just popped my joint. So I tried it again, and I fell over in pain. I don't know what exactly I did, but I stressed my knee out, and it left me in a lot of pain. I wasn't able to exercise anymore, and at that point, I kind of gave up on my diet. It's like, well, that was my last shot. That was my last chance. And I finally looked at everything again for the surgeries, and it's like, well, this was my last resort. I was going to try everything out there before I did the surgery, and that was my last one. That was my last diet, my last exercise program. And that was a very hard thing to deal with. I mean, I went through this big whole emotional roller coaster of, well, I don't need that, I'm better than that. Or, well, crap, if I don't do this, I'm going to die. I don't want to die. And it got me thinking that if I did die, that, my husband and my parents would be the ones to bury me. And that was very hard to accept and deal with, because it's like, who wants to bury their child? Who wants to bury their spouse? My husband and I, we've only been married for a year and a half. And to know that if I didn't change, he'd have to be the one to bury me, and it's like, that's not what I want for him. I want to be able to live a long and happy life with my husband. And so between that and the other incentive of, well, we want children one day, this is what I have to do to get there. And it's difficult. because you don't want to admit that you can't have a child unless you do something to fix your body. You don't want to admit that. You don't want to have to go through struggles. I mean, for me, I looked around at the people, or like my friends and family, and it's like they don't have to try to get pregnant. It's like they're pregnant like that. And it's like, y'all suck. I want a baby. But, unfortunately, I have to take these extra steps and go the extra mile to get there, to have a child. And that's not very easy to admit. So I know a lot of us, we plan on, oh, well, I'm going to have a baby one day. And then you go to try for a baby and you realize how difficult it is. That for a lot of people around us, when we're struggling, it looks like, everybody else just happens overnight. But I'm here to say it doesn't. So, after the whole incident with my knee in August, and a lot of talking with my husband, because we don't like change. We hate change. Like moving from Alaska to Arkansas, that was change and we both hated it. Me more than him, because I left all my family behind in Alaska, and it was hard. And plus, Arkansas is too damn hot for me. I don't know how I survived last summer. I really don't. It was just miserable and hot every frickin' day. Yeah. So, but, we decided that it was within our best interest to take a step forward with surgery. And that is how I came to the decision about proceeding with the bariatric surgeries. Now, of course, there's a lot of things that happened before the surgery even started, and I think this video has gone on long enough, so I'll save that for next time. If anybody has any questions, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. And thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe if you want to know when I post the next ones, and just stay tuned, and I hope everybody stays beautiful and stays happy. Bye.